No, that tastes like sad Affleck. Hey guys, this is my review for Live by Night, and admittedly I was really hoping this movie would be good, even though I was seeing all the signs, like the low rating on Rotten Tomatoes and reviews everywhere else. But I was thinking, Ben Affleck's had 3 hits in a row. He's had Gone Baby Gone, The Town, and Argo, and so this should be good too, right? That's kind of basically, if you were to summarize the movie into one noise, it'd be just because Live by Night is something that's trying to be 2 different things. What I feel it is that it's trying to be loyal to the source material, which is done by Dennis Delane, who is a fantastic writer, and he's provided a lot of novels that have been turned into films. Some of them have been used by Clint Eastwood, others by Ben Affleck. And this film, the story, I think it's set in a crime era. It's sort of following what you would think is a gangster story, but it's not. It's more so a biography of this guy who's going through these elements of crime life. And I feel that Ben Affleck was trying to be loyal to the source material, but at the same time trying to turn it into a gangster film. And it doesn't mesh. That's basically the entire aspect of the film. The film starts off with the idea that Ben Affleck's character is an outlaw. He's not a gangster, he's just kind of living for himself in this gangster age. We soon figure out that that doesn't work. Like, you have to be on a side, and he's still trying to convince himself though that while he's doing this work, he's going to try and do it as a good man. He's not going to be a gangster, and really we see him transgress into being one while still trying to deny it to himself. It's kind of like, if anything, this movie really reminds me of A Most Violent Year. It came out last year with Oscar Isaac trying to set up a business by not being a criminal or being a gangster, but in the end, that's what really happens. And the same thing with this film. We see his character go through these moments in life and talking with Prohibition, and there's some elements that happen in the middle of the film that a lot of people didn't like, but I feel that if the middle of the film had been the entirety of the film, then it would have been much more enjoyable, because the beginning and the end just feel like slapped on gangster movies. The majority of the film is taking place in Florida, and we see how Ben Affleck rises with the trade of illegal boots because it's the Prohibition. But we also find out that he's actually not until the end of the movie that we find out that he's been turning down drugs and all these other things, which was cool, but would have liked to have seen that happen in the movie. Again, like I said, it feels like this film is split. It's trying to be a gangster film, but at the same time it's trying to be a biographical film, and it doesn't work. It doesn't mesh together well. There are interesting moments throughout the film, but they're so interspread, and the lead up to them sometimes is so bland that I'm just sitting there going, okay, it's enjoyable. That was the thing that I will say. You can watch it and you will enjoy it for the most part, but it has no rewatchability. You really don't care. I honestly forgot half of the movie right after I saw it. It's a good film-ish. It's decently structured-ish. But in the end, Live by Night is just okay. So in the end, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 7. It's not as bad as a 33% as Rotten Tomatoes has it as, but it's not that much better. In real honesty, I'd still say it's a positive. But, I don't know. It's definitely the weakest out of all of Ben Affleck's films. But here's hoping that he bounces back with his next one. Anyway, guys, that's all for me. Hope you enjoyed this review. I'll see you guys next time.